Hello everybody and welcome to Miss V's Kitchen. Today we're gonna make chocolate chip cookies. So chocolate chip cookies are kind of a crazy cookie because it's a purely American cookie. Most of the time cookies and other cuisine can trace its roots back to some other country, but chocolate chip cookies were invented in the United States and they're #1 cookie in America. Everybody's favorite cookie is chocolate chip cookies. Well, not everybody's, but it's the most popular in the United States, followed by Oreo, and then Girl Scout cookies. Who'd have thought? Anyway, so we're gonna be making chocolate chip cookies today. The recipe is pretty straightforward. I'm going to be mixing it up right here in my kitchen. I don't have a huge kitchen, but I'm gonna do the best I can. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the recipe. It's half a cup of shortening. Now I use shortening because it has a different melting point than butter and it just kind of keeps the cookie more intact. Half a cup of butter, 3/4 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 3/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon salt, and then 2 cups of chocolate chips. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is cream our butter and sugar together. So remember, we cream our fat. So we're not just creaming the butter, but our fat. So we have butter right here. I don't know why I did 2 sticks because it's actually supposed to be 1 stick because it's half a cup. Because I'm gonna be making something else after this. So it's just 1 stick, even though I have 2 in here. It's been softening in this bowl, so okay, half a cup. See, Miss V messes up too. So I'm gonna be making other cookies later with that stick of butter. So, all right, so stick of butter, shortening. Again, shortening is actually vegetable oil that has been hydrogenated. Say that 5 times fast. Hydrogenated to be a solid, which just means they added hydrogen molecules to it to make it be a solid at room temperature. We're gonna be talking about that when we talk about health and nutrition a little bit. So, half a cup of shortening. Make sure if you're measuring out shortening, you don't have any air bubbles in there. I have ShopRite brand, but the most common type of shortening you're actually going to see is Crisco. So if you hear Crisco, that's shortening. That goes up there. All right, now we need our sugar. Where's my sugar? Sugar. Okay, 1/4 cup. 3 times of granulated sugar. One, 2, 3. Granulated sugar is so easy to measure. It's beautiful. I love it. All right. That's my granulated sugar. Now we need our brown sugar. Now, what is the most important thing to remember when measuring our brown sugar? Good job. It's to pack it in. See, you guys are so smart. I'm Dora the Explorer out here. Okay. So, I'm packing it in using the heel of my hand. It's just in this bag, but you see how it's packed in there like that? Beautiful. So, I'm just using the bag to do it so that my hands don't get all dirty. Life hack. 2. Now, if you don't believe me, do it in here. Ready? You know you packed it in if it holds the shape of the container it was just in. 3. Gorgeous. So, we have our 2 sugars, we have our 2 fats. We are going to cream the 2 together. I'm going to be using my KitchenAid stand mixer. Passed down to me by my mom when she got a new one, so it's not new, but it's mine. All right, so while those two are mixing together, I'm gonna actually turn it off. Take my rubber scraper and scrape down the sides a little bit, just to help it out. There we go. All right, so what's next? Eggs and vanilla. Let's get the eggs. All right, so everything is mixed together. Let's take a look at it just so you guys can see what it looks like. That's it. Beautiful. Everything is completely mixed together. Now, when you do your butter, you want it to be at room temperature. You don't want it to be cold, or else it won't mix together like that, all right? I'm gonna crack 2 eggs into a separate dish because we don't wanna get shells in there. If I get shells in there, I'm never gonna be able to get them out. 1, no shell. 2. No shell. Beautiful. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna wash my hands. All right, let's grab our vanilla extract. And how much do we need of this vanilla extract? We need a teaspoon. Now I'm gonna measure my vanilla extract over a bowl because I don't want it to overspill like it just did. See? Okay, ready? Bloop. Gorgeous, beautiful. Mix it up. Vanilla extract smells so good, it doesn't taste good. There's no sugar in here. It's pure flavoring. It's not gonna taste good. It's just like cocoa doesn't taste good. All right, so these are all of our liquidy, moist ingredients. Let's take a look. Beautiful. Dry ingredients. I have already measured out the flour because I just did, okay? I did. Whoops. Yikes. Okay. Measured out my flour already right here. Okay, that's my flour. Let's do some mise en place here. Clean up a little bit. All right, so we need salt and flour. I mean, baking soda. So, salt is going to be 1 teaspoon of salt and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So, salt. Why do we put salt into baked goods? Well, a variety of reasons. One is that it'll help keep it longer. Salt is a preservative, right, as we've learned. The other thing is that salt helps enhance flavors. So that's why people put salt on their watermelon, because it makes it taste better. All right, now we're doing baking soda, okay? Soda, baking soda. 1, 2, I'm doing 2 because this is the half measuring cup, okay? Measuring spoon, teaspoon. Okay, put this back. If you hear any of the strange noises during this video, it's because my dog Finn is whining because he wants some treats as well. This is Finn. I have my Harry Potter apron on. I have my dog Finn with me right here. He is my trusted companion in the kitchen. However, he's really not welcome. Okay. So we're gonna slowly start to mix our flour in. Because, whoops, that was loud. Because we don't want to mix it all in at once or else it'll get lumpy. So I'm going to do about half. I mixed in my baking soda and salt into the mixture so that it's fully in there and it won't just be in chunks. I'm going to do little parts at a time. I'm going to clean up my workspace. Beautiful. I'm going to actually scrape down the sides. Make sure you turn off your mixer. If you don't have a mixer at home, that's okay. You can do it by hand, or you can use a hand mixer, which works just as good. Sometimes I like using a hand mixer better. right. All right. Now we're gonna add our chocolate chips. 2 cups of chocolate chips. I am not going to use the stand mixer to mix up chocolate chips because the chocolate chips might get crushed in there. So I'm going to use by hand using the spatula. So I'm going to use a spatula to kind of scrape off the dough. All right. Now I am using semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 cups. Now, students mostly say to me, Miss B, like more chocolate chips the better, which my oven's preheated. I have to agree with you. However, if you have too many chocolate chips in there, it won't be the right ratio and it won't actually stick together and your chocolate chip cookies will just be chocolate chips with no cookie. But, you know, you can grab a chocolate chip or 2 to snack on. Okay. Now we're going to mix up this by hand. And we're going to use our big muscles because we're very strong to mix everything up. And this is not difficult at all because we have big upper arm strength. Come on. Okay. Looks good. Let's take a look. All right, now we're gonna portion them out. All right, so while you were gone, I did some work. But I just wanted to show you how to get the cookies all together and what they look like when they're done. So I did a few. I'm actually going to be freezing these. So I'm going to scoop one last one out here. And then I roll it out into this little ball like this. And I'm going to put these all in a tray. I'm going to freeze them just like this. I freeze them in the freezer and then I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag. And then I have chocolate chips ready to go whenever I want fresh chocolate chips. So I like my chocolate chip cookies warm, which I think a lot of people do. So instead of making them all at the same time, if I'm, you know, watching TV and I'm in the mood for chocolate chip cookies, I'll go preheat the oven, take a few out of the Ziploc bag of these like frozen dough balls, put them on a tray, and then bake them right from frozen to start, and they're ready to go. I love to do this because I love fresh chocolate chip cookies and they're amazing. All right. So these ones are all going to go in the freezer, okay? And these ones are all finished. So they're all done. They have this nice bottom. They are cooling on here. They really shouldn't be cooling on the oven, but I don't have a lot of workspace here. So try to have them cool in a spot that's not so hot. And these cookies are ready to go. These cookies are ready for the freezer. I hope you enjoyed my video. Goodbye from me and Finn. You're not getting any chocolate chip cookies. Goodbye.